a Wiper or something similar in the front line, maybe a custom range blaster or a dually on the side of Bloomin or Satario. Looks like we're going to see both of them. Bloomin on the S-Blast 91, actually, Sofa.
That's pretty interesting. A custom dually squelchers. So it looks like September Sorbet is maybe going a little bit slower with their comp than we thought they would.
Yeah, they still do have a good chunk of front line. Asect able to take those ones pretty efficiently with the mobility of the dually squelchers, but it's still going to struggle a little against the ones of the Wiper. However, that's not going to be the case against an S-Blast as Asect gets the first pick. However, Shaded gets one, gets two as well, taking mid control. Satario's trying to move forward with it. Cooler comes up for driving without incident. They look really good with a crab tank as well, and missiles up on deck.
Yeah, this is interesting because we saw the great double from the edit, but they weren't able to take a whole lot of space off of it, and that is the downside to this edit and pencil comp.
Yeah, they can play. They do have to play a little bit slower. They're not able to move forward as quickly as they would like if they get just 1 or 2 picks. And the Pumpkin with the Zip Catcher is going to come through, try and slow things down even further. However, Satario is going to move in, try and get this power climb. Does so successfully. Bloomin goes down for it. Same with Satario. Asect able to clean it up. Pumpkin with the Zip Catcher as well, forcing Will all the way back. Going to have to jump out here. Asect just barely missing it. Will sneaking by just in the nick of time.
First blood for driving without incident, but it was only a drop, so we will see if September Sorbet can respond. They are juiced up. Let's see some of that offense that we know them for. But like we were saying, driving without incident, this is a tough comp to break in on.
Yeah, it is. You can play so strong with the missiles, with the Booyah Bomb, with the Crab, with the Head It, with the Pen. You just have so many options, and you can get great picks like that with so much chip damage available. You find the pick onto Trinity, and that's a great start right now. They're retaking mid already. Asect has the Wavebreaker ready. You're going to opt to use it immediately. Bloomin, though, is going to have to back up. Pumpkin Boy just jumping in with that Zip Cash, trying to pull as many people away as possible, forcing a jump out. Bloomin goes down to Asect. Asect on an off angle, fighting Shaded. Shaded pops the Crab, while Tabby fights Tatario with a jump out on the side of September Sorbet. It's looking really, really good for them right now as Tabby finds an off angle of the Crab. Shaded is going to have to drop it now and jump back out, and it's looking good again for September Sorbet.
Yeah, this is crazy. This has been mostly purple, but now is the test. They've got another shot to break in on this basket. Can they do it against this midline comp? The rain coming in. Oh, the edit will go down, traded out by the Stamper here. Asect trying to go in, but it's a 2v1, and this comp, Sig, how do you defeat it? How do you break past?
You need to move in quickly, but you can't really do that against a heavy edit. It's really, really difficult to do so. You're going to need to utilize the tactical. You're going to need to get that Zip Caster in, give it its chances to just try and get aggressive and find an off angle, get a lot of chip damage for the rest of your team, especially with the lower damage of the dually squelchers. You need those two weapons to pair together when they have specials.
Agreed completely. The Zip Caster is ready. The Crab is ready. One goes down on driving without incident. Oh my gosh, nice numbers advantage as Pumpkin is going to be trying to roll in here into mid. Nice defensive stand. But man, I'm starting to think that 80 might be all that driving without incident needs to win this game.
Yeah, we're already 3 minutes into the game, 2 minutes remaining. Will just, you know, right above Asect. Asect not quite able to fight Shaded there, but Bloomin's going to look for it. Asect dropping, staying alive for a while now, just drawing as much attention as humanly possible as Pumpkin pops the Zip Caster. It's coming out, looking to just get aggressive on Shaded, who popped the Crab. There's 2 on Pumpkin. Pumpkin stays alive. Shaded's Crab goes down to Tabby. Tabby looking for the fight, finding Shaded. The Tactical Cooler comes up, though, but not enough for Shaded to get in. Neither can Bloomin. And now it's just Tario and Will left standing. They're going to have to back up here pretty quick with 2 power clams.
Hey, but September Sorbet has to win another fight. As you see, driving without incident is already back and ready. They've got to find a way to crack this egg. One goes down the Wiper, so they're going to be trying to push off of their next special. But you see, there's no additional space taken, no additional fights, and that's because of that pencil and edit locking things down.
Yeah, the Booyah Bomb's there to clean it up as well. Just forcing a lot of September Sorbet back here. They're retaking the plat, though. Again, that slower comp is a lot slower taking space. You need multiple picks for it to work. However, Pumpkin finds one on the bottom left. Popping the Zip Catcher, just getting through the grates, forcing another jump. That's basically another man advantage. However, the S-Blast does go down here. Oh. Trinity is the only one left standing as Pumpkin Boy gets taken out by Satario on the recall. The missiles come through, and driving without incident is successfully holding off September Sorbet's offense yet again.
The missiles on this comp are kind of crazy because you've got a lot of things that want to stall and just hold, and then the missiles just give you free space. The Wipers do go down there, but a numbers advantage for driving without incident as they're starting to roll things together with the Crab and the special. They might score again.
Yeah, it's looking really good for them as they're in a 4-on-2. Trinity just dropped down, getting chipped out a little bit by the Crab. Going to mean they have to take cover. The Booyah Bomb covering Shaded as they move forward. Will with this power climb is going to go down to the bomb, and it's 3v4 in favor of September Sorbet. They are retaking. 15 seconds left. They have a power climb at the ready right underneath their basket, but they're going to need to score immediately and then some Sofa.
Yeah, and it doesn't look like they'll be able to, judging by what we've seen already in this game with the staunch defense from Driving Without Incident. We're headed into a very unforgiving overtime timer as Trinity will go down, giving numbers to Driving Without Incident. You do not want a defensive comp like this to have numbers as they go 2 down. Pump is stuck in zip right here. Is going to be way, way backed up. Tabby's running away. Is now the last one up. Will go down.
Gosh.
That ball is free, and that should be the Game 1 victory for Driving Without Incident. Sig, holy defense.
That was textbook double backline play from Driving Without Incident. They played that to a T, honestly, with the Crab Tanks, the special cycling, just playing back, allowing September Sorbet to kind of run in on them. Very, very well done by them.
Agreed. I mean, here's the thing. With Splat 3 is fast. We all know that in this game you want to be taking fights all the time. So to see a team like that run a comp that's mostly defense and it to work well, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, you don't see a lot of that super often. You know, you used to see it a little bit in Splatoon 2, you know, especially with the double backline and everything. But with Tactical Cooler especially, that's something that you don't really get to see that often anymore. It's kind of become a bit of a rarity. And so seeing that happen, I'm very curious to see how far Driving Without Incident can make it here as if they do clean up the set here.
Yeah, and as we move into tower control on Undertow, they may have to change their tune a little bit because instead of one clam push to 80, you're going to have to get more points if you want to win tower.
Oh, yeah, you need to break that first checkpoint. That's the easy one. You got to get that second one. A lot of difficulty there, a lot of lines of fire coming in, especially from those grates in the top sections of the spawn for the defending side. And then afterwards, it's just a mad dash through that third checkpoint.
You know, hot take, let me know whether or not you agree or disagree. I think we're going to see a similar result as the first game, but reversed. I think that September Sorbet is going to get a teensy bit better push, and on the other end, Driving Without Incident, they won't be able to push much into that second check because of that double backline comp.
I think that's a pretty good, a pretty fair assumption to make as well. I think it just comes down to how well the rest of September Sorbet can really deal with Bloomin' on that blaster.
Yeah.
S-Blast being very, very strong on tower control, especially with the Booyah Bomb. It can be used similar to how Tri-Strikes are used on the tower, just as a GG option maybe you want to get. And over time early, get your teammates on the tower with it and flush everybody off of it as well.
Oh, yeah, agreed. And, hey, I want to see that wiper with the missiles come back.
Yeah.
Because I think that's what makes this whole comp work and keeps their ink up. I'm excited to see what changes we may see. Looks like they're running the same for Driving Without Incident, and for September Sorbet, it's going to be the same as well.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how Blob Lover plays here. I was talking to a couple Blob Lover players earlier. I'm rooming with one of them. And they said that this is a pretty solid map just with the angles. You have a couple easy routes and a lot of chip damage. However, Satario is going to go down early to that blob. We see two members of September Sorbet pushing up the left-hand side, forcing a jump. It's a 4v2 right now. Pumpkin Boy getting super aggressive on Shaded, finding the direct with the melee, but going down to Will here. Will stuck on their own, trying to defend against two members. Tabby in this top left is going to force Will to jump out. There's one more. It's Bloomin' left standing, taking the one, but losing it to Tabby. Tabby is on fire right now. While Asec takes one on to start. Satario, Shaded is there to provide a jump out, and September Sorbet is already onto that second checkpoint.
And look at this. Now the defense may be tough to crack, but once they got numbers, they're able to roll that tower right into that checkpoint very quickly. It's going to be tough for them to get past that second checkpoint. Nice pick by Shaded there, but on offense for Driving Without Incident, it's going to be tough for them to do it too.
Yeah, that long range, it can help out a little bit, but it often hurts just because of the lower mobility that some of those weapons have. Snipe Rider and Heavy Edit in particular. However, Bloomin's going to get things started with a pick early on the Tabby. Going to go down here, but create a ton of space. Allow Satario and Shaded to get Pumpkin. And Trinity, too. This Crab is doing so much work in this right-hand side while the tower is pushing up left.
Oh my gosh, that was a crazy trade by a sect. Bloomin', like you said, is really killing it on this blaster here as they are looking to take the lead. If they can break this check on such a defensive comp, this will be huge. They do. This next fight is going to be crucial to see how low those points can go. I'm looking at who may have the next special. The rain coming out, one goes down from Driving Without Incident. They have the Crab ready, but that may be all they get for now.
They do, but the missiles come through. It looks like they're going to opt to just neutralize a little. Satario and Shaded are trying to just push this tower as far forward as possible as Bloomin and Wills try and stay alive, provide jumps for the other members of their team as they go down. And now Asek is trying to get a little bit more aggressive, having that Wavebreaker at the ready, but Shaded's here on this top left after holding this tower off. The Wavebreaker not really doing anything against that higher ground, and Pumpkin Boy is behind Shaded though. Shaded has to drop, goes down. Asek trades out Satario too. It's just Pump and Tabby left standing, however. They have jumps to the tower. Bloomin is stuck on their own. Gets one onto Tabby. Almost the second as well into Asek, but able to trade it out is Asek. And now they're moving forwards. Will is so low. Pumpkin zipping over. It's looking really, really good for a retake for September Sorbet.
They've got to break this check right here, but they can't because the Booyah traded out. Pumpkin Boy's going to get picked by the pencil.
No way!
Will in 3/4 making a full dollar bill on that stop, and they won't get the check for now. Sig, I'm wondering if they ever will against this defense.
It's really doubtful right now. Surviving Without Incident has been playing so well. Shaded with the Crab Tank up top, just getting a little bit aggressive, trying to turn that defensive stance around into an advantage, and it looks like Satario is going to capitalize off that wonderfully with a pick on the Trinity. Tabby going to look for it. The Beacon, wait, there's beacons as well. Satario is setting up everything. 10 missile on the Tabby, looking like they're going to go down here. Just two members, though, on Satario. Pump is helping against 3. Satario still finds one in the 1v3 and gets out on time. Driving Without Incident is playing this so well. They're holding mid great and allowing for their front lines to do everything right here.
When you have your Wiper playing that good of a skirmish role in a defense comp like this, that is invaluable to be able to get picks like that in clutch time. Sig, I mean, this is a close game. What do you think that September Sorbet has to do to take the lead here?
A good start is what Asek just did, forcing Will in 3/4 to jump out there. However, they did go down immediately to Bloom, and Satario is moving very, very far forwards, forcing another jump out. They're going to need to turn this around ASAP, but they only have a cooler to work with. They're not close to any other specials. While on the other hand, Driving Without Incident does have their 10 missiles. They're close to a Booyah Bomb. They're close to really every special they have. They're pushing this lead all the way to the 3rd checkpoint. Booyah Bomb comes through to force everybody off. Tower does go down, but it's just Pump left standing nearby the tower. Trinity's trying to help out with some sloshes, and that's going to help out wonderfully as a full wipeout for September Sorbet. They're got to turn this around fast with just a minute remaining, though.
Outstanding stop by Pump to get that tower and to prevent that disastrous 3rd checkpoint. But one will go down. They don't see Bloomin sharking. Bloomin's just kind of diving around here, will get picked, and a push is going to be underway here for September Sorbet. Folks, don't look away. This is going to get interesting.
Yeah, Pumpkin Boy with this pass are going to go down to Shaded. That's huge, but Trinity's already taken this top left, fending off Will in 3/4 right now. The 2nd checkpoint is probably going to get moved, but Satario is in there just with Tabby, forcing Tabby to jump. Pumpkin's going to have to back off. They have 25 seconds to work with. However, Driving Without Incident has no specials to speak of. They are close to the missiles, though, but so are September Sorbet too. That Zipcaster, they're 70% of the way there.
Yeah, this has definitely been a close one, but the defense is going strong for Driving Without Incident as they are pushing once again. That's going to get something started for September Sorbet with the Zip coming out. They've got the special advantage, get the double, trying to go in on Bloomin, who's popping that Booyah to try and single-handedly win the game. It doesn't go on the tower, though. Bloomin sweeping in, trying to get one. They're still staying on this tower, though. Do they see the Wiper? And Satario will be able to slip on there. 2-0 for Driving Without Incident.
That defense, again, Sofa, was just impeccable. Driving Without Incident, showing why they topped their group and why they are really just performing so well. They have played this wonderfully. This 2-0 is commanding right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's exciting to see because they also got a push to 20, which I wouldn't expect from a comp that's going to have pencil and edit. You'd expect, like game 1, you have to grind it out with only a few points, but they're able to do a good showing there. And kind of like what you said, every team in this silver bracket had to win their group, likely going 3-0 in Swiss against like-skilled teams. These guys all belong here, and this is proof of that.
Exactly. I want to highlight really quickly, though, Satario on that Wiper. Like you were talking about, that missile is really the glue that holds this comp together. You get so much space. It commands a lot and forces the rest of September Sorbet to back off and allows this slower-paced comp to really work.
Yeah. Oh, my gosh, yeah. And, I mean, if the Wiper is a little bit too aggressive and dying a little bit too often and not getting those missiles, the whole thing falls apart.
That's
so
true.
It's the Wiper's play, the Wiper's survivability, and we saw it there in a great moment on stream where the Wiper was in a 1v2, scampering around, got the clean pick and escaped. That is exactly what that player needs to do in this comp.
Yeah. That's something that Wiper Deco is really, really good at compared to the just vanilla Wiper as well. You know, we don't really see Wiper Deco pick that often. However, with the missiles, it is able to play slower. With the beacons, it's able to just provide some jumps for itself as well if it wants to get aggressive as well. You can make space for yourself. You don't need teammates to jump back into if you want to get super aggressive. And it works incredibly well. I'm honestly so shocked by it.
Yeah, it's cool. Hey, it's unconventional, but it could very well advance into the second round of Silver Bracket if they can clean house here in Game 3. Looks like we're in zones on Mako. Sig, who do you think this map mode favors?
It's hard to say that it doesn't favor the Blob Lobber with Inkstorm and Sprinkler. To me, however, there is a lot of pain control on Driving Without Incident. As 2 members already go down, September Sorbet is back with a roar so far. They take the zone early. Asect is distracting Will right now as the rest of the team is trying to force Shaded out. Pumpkin does go down, though, to Will, just defending Shaded there. But it's really looking solid for Asect super early here so far.
Yeah, it's all about the stagger. If you can get these points down, you know. Oh, nice pick by Insect to get the trade. Oh, this is a crucial fight. Statario will be able to win it, rolling in here along the side. One of their teammates will go down. It's kind of stifled by the rain here, but a member of September Sorbet goes down, stuck in neutral. They haven't reclaimed this zone yet, Sig.
No, they haven't. They do so just in the nick of time. The Buoy Bomb comes out to force Tabby back a little bit onto Plat. However, the rest of the members of September Sorbet are here. Asect taking another one, fighting and winning onto Statario, forcing out Will as well.
Wow.
It's huge. Asect is having a monster game right now. However, Shaded shuts them down immediately. As I say that, Trinity popping those sloshes a little bit over, just taking the one with Shaded. We see that midline on midline action right now, but the Crab Tank is at the ready. Driving Without Incident is going to need a retake here. They have a couple specials to work with. Missiles come out. Pumpkin's just fending them off on the left-hand side, just staying alive. Bloomin looking for the one, not quite going to find it. The Crab Tank coming through as well. That's one member. That's the Blob Lobber down. That's a lot of your paint. Zipcaster is ready, though, for after the Booty Bomb. Going to pop it immediately, getting it onto Statario. Nobody's in this back here, so Pumpkin's going to have to move over to this right-hand side and trying to move space, force everybody into the rest of their team right now.
Oh, man, and it looks like that's going to be 3 down for September Sorbet, and you have to wonder if 52 is going to be enough, because Driving Without Incident, if they get set up, this is going to be a tough team to retake on. The Blaster trying to survive here. They're, especially now that they're coolered up, but Asect is taking control of this game every time they're on cam. They're doing something crazy, and the zone might flip back. We'll see.
It is looking close. It's a pretty tough ask, though, as 2 members are fighting the other 2 of September Sorbet here. The zone is going to stay in favor of Driving Without Incident. However, Asect is looking for one, forcing Shaded to jump out, popping the Wave Breaker. The zone flips just in time before Driving Without Incident takes the lead. September Sorbet are back here. They're forcing so many jumps. It's just Ataria left standing against 2 members. Tabby and Ace take them down. Bloomin is on this right-hand side. The Zipcaster comes through from Pumpkin. Shaded with that Crab is going to find Asect here. And but with 2 members on top of this Crab, and Shaded goes down. It's just the Booyah Bomb left to retake with Bloomin.
Pumpkin Boy says, Happy Halloween, destroying that Crab. 2 up for September Sorbet. 1 pick by Bloom, and they're going to have to avoid dying to the rain, but they don't. Those points are going to keep ticking down. This is looking so good for September Sorbet.
It's looking outstanding. They're already down to 20 points, like you just said. Bloomin is trying to make things happen here with that chip damage. Same thing with Will. Nothing is looking their way. They have the Booyah Bomb. They're going to need to go now with it. Where's that go button? 5 seconds left. 4, 3, 2, 1. September Sorbet, stay alive.
We've got a set, folks, on the map mode that I thought would be most difficult to fight Driving Without Incident on. September Sorbet said, nah, we ain't done yet. We are going to go to a Game 4, and can we just talk about Asect playing out of their minds that game? Oh my gosh, the aggro dually squelchers went crazy.
That was unreal. Asect able to take so many fights, isolating amazing ones. That early pick onto Will, for example, in that bottom left, that was outstanding. That really allowed September Sorbet to hold onto the zone down to 50 points. Going down to Statario, that's going to happen. You know, it's Wiper. Wiper's incredibly lethal, but still delaying Statario for that long. I think it was an extra 5 seconds that Ace took off that timer. Incredible play from them the entire way. We saw aggression on the stacks, too, from them. Outstanding work. We need to see more of that if we want to see September Sorbet come back to a Game 5.
Yeah, and I hope they do, because they're capable of it. And the other thing I wanted to point out was we've been talking about how Games 1 and 2, Statario has been crucial to this comp, but in this one, it seemed as though September Sorbet caught on to that, and they were when the Wiper was coming out, they were focusing Statario a little bit more, trying to take them out, and then rolling off of that. That may be the game plan to beat this comp.
They did. Those 2 early picks were really, really good for them. They found the 2 front lines and were able to capitalize off of that. I'm very curious to see how it's going to work on Rainmaker, though, something we haven't seen yet. Some very solid object games. Is that a Dynamo switch?
I think it is. Very interesting.
All right.
That's going to be a lot of paint for this comp, which may be what they need to slow down September Sorbet.
Yeah, and it's very good into the ledges everywhere on this map. You can see it playing in bunker where it can hit over to that larger street area between the 2 checkpoints. ASEC already getting super aggressive on this right-hand side. Going down, though, finding a trade into Statario is going to be pretty big. But Blumen finds it direct on a Trinity early. It's a 2-on-2 Pumpkin, and I believe Tabby left, but Pumpkin finds Blumen. The jump comes through from Statario. Going to get traded out by Tabby, though, and a full wipeout means that Pumpkin's rushing straight to that checkpoint. They're looking for more points after this as well.
Yeah, exciting opening. They've got the momentum now, and they know it, and there is no better feeling in this game as Pumpkin is trying to, it's going to go in and zip the crab. Trinity will go down. Unclear how the zip went. The zip lived. Got a trade there, and numbers are slightly now normalizing back to neutral, but still a check break in the first minute, Sig. That's awesome.
That is incredible. It sets you up for a lot of success here. You don't have to break the check, stall, wait for another pop for the rest of the game here. Trinity's going to run it forwards all the way down to 34 points. They're almost dropping it there. That's incredible stuff. Pumpkin's still getting so aggressive on the shaded. Going to go down here, but again, stalling so much. You can afford to stall now that you have a good lead. You have 34 to 0 points, and you're just burning so much time. Tabby behind the Rainmaker as well. Going to look for the one, going to take it, win. Looking for a second one on start. Statario with the heavy is going to find one. Find 2 on the Pumpkin as well. Getting that jump camp wonderfully. The Rainmaker's going to break. The Crab Tank is ready, and the Cooler just got popped as well.
Man, this is a game. You can see, it feels like September Sorbet is a different team, and you have to think that their game plan is, hey, let's be aggro, because it forces their double backline comp to be offensive if they want to get to 33 to win this game.
Yeah, being on that back foot with a slower comp is very, very difficult, and we're seeing it right now. ASEC trading out onto Will as Tabby picks up the Rainmaker. Pumpkin Boy is making so much space here. Trinity's looking for off angles from that left-hand side as well. Tabby's going to opt to run it here, looking for some more points. Oh my gosh, you can run through there? That's crazy. You can run through the railing.
They did the little backflip, and they did it right when Pumpkin Boy had that edit nice and distracted. So they are, oh my gosh, they are sitting pretty. I don't know how this Dynamo edit blaster comp can get it to 15. I don't.
No, you're going to need a ton of picks to work with. These missiles are going to create a little bit of space, allow Driving Without Incident to reset this Rainmaker. However, it is moving into all of the paint that September Sorbet has set up. ASEC on this aggressive spot right beneath the bunker wall. Not quite going to find anything but force a lot of members to rotate into Tabby's waiting arms, finding one, looking for a second, at least sharking it out. Blumen has no clue. Going to have to move over to bunker, just try and jump out here. Does so just in time. Trinity's running the Rainmaker, though. Shaded's going to have to go huge.
Yeah, nice pushes here as they start. Numbers finally are flipping back towards as Pumpkin goes down. Tabby's the last one over here, is going to be fighting the edit. This is actually kind of a crucial fight. Forced to pop Crab just to fight a 4v1 off in the corner here as Tabby is going to get the jump out. That is a complete waste of resource that Tabby caused for Driving Without Incidents. Star will go down up front. The Dynamo will trade it out, but they've got an uphill battle to climb here with only about 90 seconds to go.
Yeah, the first pick that they got from Will was really solid, but how the Rainmaker got picked off early. Shaded's going to go down. Will has to jump out back to the top left. And September Sorbet has so much map control in mid. The Booyah Bomb's going to need to be popped early without any pick. Well, with one pick, going to get traded out immediately, though, from Pumpkin, I believe. Tabby's going to pop this Cooler, just bomb out. The Rainmaker is going to this left-hand checkpoint from the looks of it, and September Sorbet is going to rotate. Rainmaker already tagged for 70. Pumpkin Boy with that huge damage. ASEC diving in to try and find it. Shaded holding off Pumpkin Boy for now, though. ASEC going down. It's looking really, really solid for a first checkpoint for September Sorbet. But as I say that, though, Tabby's going to go back, jump in, run, find one. The jumps are coming in for Driving Without Incident. They have a minute remaining. ASEC finally finding that pick onto the Rainmaker, though, is going to stop the push in its tracks.
Honestly, these dives from September Sorbet, if they're not trades, then it's not a good idea. But because they are trades against such a slow comp, that's exactly what you want. That's how crucial these trades are, and getting that early lead was for them.
Yeah, and now they can just stall out here in the final 40 seconds. We've barely seen Driving Without Incident get any points on the board. They have a special to work with on the side of September Sorbet. However, Pumpkin Boy is going to have to survive to use it, and they do so by winning the one with Will. Oh, popping the zip immediately, but getting rushed down by Shaded. Shaded with that head, it's showing why it's so lethal. The missiles are coming through, though. The Rainmaker is still left standing in that right hand plat for Driving Without Incident. ASEC trying to find Shaded, but Shaded's popping that crab tank to try and win this one easy.
Shaded loves to just focus. Look, they're chasing ASEC. This is the second time this has happened, where ASEC is just wasting this crab's time as Driving Without Incident will go down to 3 with only a few seconds to go. Shaded's the last one. They grab the Rainmaker, and we've got a Game 5.
I can't believe we're going to Game 5 after that. September Sorbet setting that pace in both games. Incredible stuff from them, showing true resilience right now, and it rewarded them with a Game 5 right here so far.
This is exciting. I don't remember what the 5th map mode is, but I mean, who cares? September Sorbet has upped the pace. They have exceeded the pace, and you got to think, Driving Without Incident, do you have to change the comp here to go faster?
You might. It also could just be maybe a map mode or a comfort thing, because when you think about it, when you boil it down a little bit, Mako Mart and Manta Maria lean themselves into those faster paces of play, shorter range weapons. You know, we saw Will, for example, switch off the Sniper Rider. It's really a struggle fest on Manta Maria, especially. So it's going to have some time to shine on Umami Ruins on Clan Blitz. I'm very curious to see what happens here, if we're going to see that Dynamo, though.
Yeah, I'm interested. I mean, Dynamo... Pop that Dynamo up on the dome and just have it sitting there, raining down ink. That's not a bad idea either, so you never know. And this is, of course, in these 5-game sets, Game 5 is always interesting because it's the one mode that's doubled, right? And in Game 1 of this set, we saw that immaculate defensive game where Driving Without Incident was able to just score 1 power clam and win off just that 1 power clam.
Yeah.
So if they can recapture that, then this game could be in their favor. If they can't stop September Sorbet's momentum, though, this could be a reverse sweep.
Yeah, we're looking at that right now. It's looking pretty solid for them. I believe, I'm looking over just really quickly at Driving Without Incident's comps. I believe they're locking the same thing, but with that pencil on Will. So they are very confident still in this. They are unshaken by these last 2 maps. They are very confident. They're comfortable with it. They're in their element right now. And I honestly just can't wait to get into this.
Yeah, me neither. I mean, if you're stuck in that defensive comp and you know you can play that style, this may even be something where you're like, okay, Game 4, Rainmaker Manta, we know that we're probably not going to win that one with backline comps. But you know, what you want to do is you want to be able to not let the potential reverse sweep affect what you're going to do.
Yeah, you can't let that affect your mental too much. It has happened several times here already at Riptide. We might be looking at a second one, or at a third one, I believe, here. So let's just get right into it. We have the same comps, really. ASEC is going to open up early, though. Satario and Bloomin going to find that 2v1. However, ASEC is going to back up into the rest of the team. The cooler comes from Tabby. Satario goes down. Bloomin is the only left on top mid. It's Shaded and Will left standing. However, they do find ASEC. They're still in a 3v2 scenario, though. So September Sorbet is going to move up a little bit and take some map control. The Zip Catcher is ready. Will goes down as well. Tabby is here taking so much space, able to hold that Tetris piece for Pumpkin Boy to pop Zip Catcher, not worrying about that other off angle that and the Zip Catcher comes through, gets nothing but forces so many people back on the side of Driving Without Incident.
Yeah, look at this, and the crab in a good spot here. Oh my gosh,
wait, the jump?
Where did that ball come from? Where did it come from? I don't even know. But that's going to be first blood for September Sorbet here in Clams. I don't think they're going to get any more, but Sig, what happened?
I believe they used the Zipcaster distraction to try and get people in. They got the power clam jump. That was incredible stuff. Pumpkin Boy is going to pick up the clam drop by Trinity's trade, and now September Sorbet is going to have to reset a little bit here. They don't have as much map control as they did to start with, and now they're going to look for Shaded. They find the first one onto Bloomin. ASEC finding Shaded too. That's going to be massive. They're already knocking on the door of another push here, but Bloomin is standing tall. Same with Satario. ASEC though finding both! Getting traded though. Pumpkin Boy has the Zipcaster, going to pop that power clam just to be able to use it without worrying about having to score afterwards. Shaded though, shredding it down. The power clams are going to have to back up on the side of September Sorbet. One is going to break, but the other one stays stalled.
Man, this is crazy. We're seeing that crazy defense out of Driving Without Incident that we saw in game 1, but at some point now they are going to have to push because they don't have the lead. Bloom in a crazy combo pick up front there as numbers will start to flip their way. We'll see where this Booyah goes with another one. Crab coming in from the side, a chip on Trinity. Oh my gosh, this Crab can do a lot of damage.
Yeah, it can. It's already done a lot. It's gotten a pick. It's made a ton of space. All of September Sorbet is forced so far back, but Pumpkin finds one onto Bloomin' early with the Zipcaster at the ready and the Wavebreaker soon. I'm very curious to see how this defense is going to work out for September Sorbet. They have a lot to work with. The Wavebreaker on deck. It's going to get used the same with the Cooler. Pumpkin is going to pop the Zipcaster, try and draw Shaded's attention so they aren't, focus on the rest of the team moving forwards. Looks like, though, one power clam's going to go in, 2. It's looking great for Driving Without Incident. They've taken the lead. They're scoring more power clams, and it's looking like the push is eventually over with just members going down. Asect on this right-hand side going to go down to Will here, but with just Will left standing, Driving Without Incident are pretty comfortable with 2 minutes left in the lead.
Yeah, that's a nice scoring run by them. One will go down as this jump's going to get camped, and they'll retain the advantage for Driving Without Incident. They're trying to build up these clams, so I don't think they can score quite yet. They want to try and take a little bit slow here, but they're trying to get something together. The blaster will go down. They're trying to get coolered up. Sig, what do you think is the key for September Sorbet to get back into this one?
Number one thing for them right now is holding off this defense first. A pick on the Satario is going to be great, but they go 2 down, 3 down with Shade on Crab Tank. They are ready. They are hungry. They want to win. They are not allowing themselves to get reverse sweep down. They have a power clam. They're looking to jump it. They do so. How far can they get down to 28 points? Bloomin' trying to find Pumpkin Boy, gets it traded. It's going to be massive. More points from Will coming through. It's down to 22 for Driving Without Incident with 1.5 minutes remaining for September Sorbet to answer.
Yeah, this is quickly becoming a steep climb, but Asect is going to try and get this jump as well. Looking for 3. It's going to try and fight 3, but can't. Still a great value flip there as Tatario is going to be holding down mid here. And let's do some clams math, folks. They need quite a bit. I think they need like 3 powers and then some to take the lead back.
Yeah, I believe it's 3 powers and... Pardon me if I'm wrong, because I'm bad at math, but is it 4 clams as members get traded left, right, and center? Missiles come through, though, for Driving Without Incident. That's going to force a lot of members back. One trade comes out. Pumpkin Boy goes down here. Satario's in the top mid, ready to try and find some aggression on Trinity with that power clam here. Only going to tag him for about 60 as Tabby just defends the power clam, defends that blob lobber. That backline is going to need to stay alive here. However, Bloomin's going to get really aggressive. Into 4 members, though. That's really difficult to take and win, and Trinity finds that. Trinity's coming through with that power clam. Satario goes down as well. This is looking great for a secondary push for September Sorbet. The Crab gets popped early. Pumpkin's going to take it out, just shred it immediately. And with the Zip Catcher just drawing so much attention, there's a real shot at September Sorbet taking the lead here. Trinity is going to go down, though. Pumpkin as well, feeding for clams. The timer's going to run out. That's your power clam. That's your mulligan gone. But they still have one in reserves.
Yeah, time to get another one going. You are going to need a power and 10, or a power and another power, and who knows? It's math. We don't like math. We like Splatoon.
Exactly.
But they're losing numbers again. Missiles coming out. They're going to be slow to it. And, oh my gosh, they do have a pity, but they're going to need some more clams. They're going to need to win a fight in mid here.
Yeah, it looks like it, but it looks like Driving Without Incident has a ton of control here. The Crab Tank is almost at the ready, too. They have the Booyah Bomb to hold off for as long as possible. Satario just tossing that power clam off. I'm a little curious about the play, but it might be just to pick up more clams to drain the clam pods. However, Asect is going to go in, provide some duds, create a ton of space. They need to get that power clam in. Now they do so. There's the final push. Pumpkin Boy with the Zipcats are going to find one. Asect making so much space, but 3 down on the side of September Sorbet. Driving Without Influence are moving on to your silver semifinals.
No! Oh! Outstanding work. Wow. Avoiding that reverse sweep. We love Game 5s here, Driving Without Incident. Hey, they are soaring down that freeway, cheering themselves on as, like you said, they are headed to top 4 of silver. Maybe we'll see them on stream again.
Oh, there's a real chance. That was an outstanding set from them. You can't fault September Sorbet at all. They played outstanding. They had a great final couple pushes there on that Game 5 as well. Unfortunately, just didn't come through. Driving Without Incident able to hold that defensive stance so well, find 3 down and an eventual delayed wipeout on the Pumpkin's last-ditch effort as well. Great play from them to move on.